So, an example of knee-jerk rate hustle coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic Reason, and as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, y'all know that I've always said that when it comes down to race hustling and crime, it's basically a knee-jerk reaction. And I've been saying this long before I was making YouTube videos. Anytime a peanut is considered a plot, the regular old peanut, as y'all know, when a peanut that grows on trees, they come in those little light colored shells, and the peanut inside the shell is usually a light color, and this little brown film covering the peanut. Well, that's a plot. That's the white man surrounding and starving out the black man. And by the way, that's my all-time favorite plot, y'all. But anytime that's a plot and you have black folks doing idiotic nonsense like that, race hustling is an involuntary act. And they say that it takes 6 to 8 weeks before something becomes habit. Well, imagine decades, 4 to 5 decades of being brainwashed and programmed by a mentality. So anyway, not so long ago, I was at a family function, and everybody was just sitting down watching TV, and the news reported on the Pelicans, and as we know, they fired Daryl Demps as the head coach. And one of the people there said that they saw a list of all the people that they were interviewing, all the people who was candidates to replace him, and there was not one black person on the list. And all I can do there was, almost to the point of just wanting to just face palm at the level of just the race hustlery. Come on, huh? And I'm thinking, of all the head coaches that the Pelicans have had, 4 out of the last 6 have been black. When the team moved from Charlotte, the then Hornets moved from Charlotte to New Orleans, Paul Silas was the head coach, and he had been a head coach for a good little bit. And then Byron Scott was the next black head coach, and I think he was immediately replaced by Monty Williams, and then Dell Demps, who was fired. And by the way, Stan Van Gundy was hired as the Pelicans coach. But anyway, these people are always, it just amazes me how people just can keep crying about racism all the time like this. When there is nothing holding a black person down. And I'm just scratching my head at this. When you look around and you have examples of something, you have examples of other races and other groups and blacks who are prospering. You think that as black people, we will take a page from them. Like if Coke comes up with a product and it becomes immediately popular, I guarantee you Pepsi is going to have something equivalent. Walmart's going to have their equivalent, the Great Value equivalent. I wouldn't be surprised if Winn-Dixie had the check equivalent. Everybody's going to have the equivalent. Why? Because everybody duplicates success. Why can't black people do this? And the thing about it, imagine hearing this all the time. And of course, all blacks are different. There's going to be some blacks who are going to be more militant than others, who's going to be crying about more racism than others. I've seen this, but man, it just gets mind-boggling at the time. It just makes race out of a mole, make a race out of a molehill. It's ridiculous. And it just never ceased. But I thought I would just bring one of the most recent examples of knee-jerk race hustling that I've experienced, and I'm pretty sure if you are a conservative blacks and you've been out around your family, you've heard the same. But it's ridiculous, y'all. But anyway, that's one of my examples of knee-jerk race hustling. And if I ever run into another one, I'll be sure to make a video on that. But man, it's ridiculous, y'all. But anyway, as always, until next time.